Well, it is December the 1st, which means that we need to do a whiskey advent calendar. And I've gone back to the Whisky Loot because that's kind of where, as if you started from the start of my channel, this is where my journey actually started from. So it's really good to go through that Christmas kind of spirit and go through that as well. So this year, though, we've got a couple of helpers. We have got a bad elf and a good elf. Now, I'm actually using this for my 3-year-old son to make sure that he behaves, and we're going to give this a bit of a ranking system through the whole thing. So I'll let you know if it's worth buying. For my palate, obviously could be different for you. Now, let's go through. Now, I do know that they've got a book here. Yep, so there is a book like what they've done every year, but I'm not going to open that until we've kind of opened up the bottle, we've had a bit of a taste, and we've actually tried to experience a little bit. So, number one, a little bit harder to get out this year. All right, is Manly Spirits Co. Costal Stone Pinot Cask. Now, I don't know if that'll focus in at all. There we go. Now, these are 30ml samples all up. This is a 46. Actually, come to think of that, I've got a couple of Coastal Stones. Oh, there we go. Pinot Cask. Now, I was given this after an event, so let's actually use this bottle instead. Actually, we will not be using that bottle because that's a Shiraz cask. Anyways, this is what the bottles actually look like anyway from Costal Stone. Quite a nice little bottle. They got little indentations and stuff all the way through here. Now, the cap on this, I don't know if you can really see that. It actually feels like it's a bit of stone. So very coastal kind of feel to that bottle. So we'll keep that apart. That's a bit of a shame. That's actually a Shiraz, not the Pinot. So let's actually open this one up. Okay, so let's give it a bit of a try before we go into it. What I do know is that the Pinot was actually sold out very early in the piece. They've and probably been sold out for a little while. Now, again, these come in 500ml bottles. Some people won't like that, but it is what it is. Oh. Heavy fruit flavors coming through. That's an interesting flavor. It's definitely got that Pinot coming through. Very Christmassy. Probably perfect fit for what we're doing, but that's a very Christmassy kind of flavor through that. Very fruity, fruit cake kind of. A little bit of spice at the end of it as well, but not hot like a young whiskey or anything like that. It's don't even know how to put a foot on it. Okay, so 46% for that. No age statement. No idea what they do. Let's just see what they've got here. Celebrating maritime elements and the raw nature of Australian coast, Coastal Stone whiskey has been crafted from a desire to create something that exceeds expectation. Distilled and matured on the northern beaches of Sydney, crafted with a balance of tradition and innovation, a refined spirit that respects our Sydney climate, created from grain to glass with no shortcuts, no strict timelines, just premium ingredients with true artisan skill. Rich in complex flavors, each expression tells the story of the distiller's creativity and experimentation to create exquisite yet approachable whiskey. Captured in a contemporary glass bottle, sculptured with the eroded textures of weathered sandstone cliffs that border our coastline and sealed with a truly unique sandstone stopper. So there we go. That's what that was for. Destined to be enjoyed in the company of good conversations or celebrating memorable moments in life, because there's nothing quite like sharing a fine dram with friends. So, what information else is here? First release, spiced fruits, caramel, dark chocolate. Didn't get the dark chocolate. Full body and luscious with aromas of baked apples, cherries, prunes, espresso, sweet oak, and dark chocolate. An exceptional whiskey with maritime influences from the Sydney coast, with a small batch whiskey has patiently been maturing. So it doesn't say anything about age on there either. All right, so the booklet, we'll pull it out. Now, I know that it's going to give me tomorrow's whiskey away, so I'll try not to read too much of it. So Coastal Stone. The Pinot Cask is the third expression released under the Elements series for Coastal Stone. Distilled and matured on the northern beaches of Sydney and laid down to mature in ex-Pinot casks from Tasmania during the first year of distilling. This whiskey has had time to develop some beautiful and complex characters and has evolved in the coastal maritime environment. So, Tasmanian wine barrels have been used for this. All right, go back to it. Nose. Deep fruity aromas of brandy-soaked apricots, muscatel grapes, then nutty roasted macadamia raspberry and woody spice. Okay, maybe that sweetness comes through as apricot, but I'm still getting more Christmas cake on the nose. Initial rich fruit flavors of raisins and dates moves to soft oaky tannins tinged with dark chocolate, raspberry and toffee. Definitely getting that rich fruit and the raisins and dates coming through. The rest of it, no. Finish. Lingering malty sweetness with oaky tannins and dried fruit, dark chocolate and hints of our sour cherry. It is lingering, but it is kind of, there's a bit of spice in there. I just can't pick it what it is. So the big question is, would I be buying this for myself? I actually don't mind that. I think the price is between $120. I thought I saw one of the Coastal things, so I'm not too sure if that's the actual price for this one. If it's at 120 bucks, then yes, I would have this in my collection. It's unfortunate that we've got this and we'll do a tasting on this one. So our first whiskey of the, I was going to say New Year, of December, for the Advent calendar, we'll give it one Red Elf.